Judge denies bail for Sean Diddy Combs after conviction, citing violence and illegal conduct. Judge said nope to Diddy's bail like he was swiping left on a dating app full of red flags. Y'all, Sean Diddy Combs is staying locked up, and the tea behind this judge's decision is so hot, I needed oven mitts just to touch this. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Extra Hot Topic, where we don't spill tea, we pour it, stir it, and serve it piping with a side of legal drama. I'm your host, and today's episode is not just messy. It's messier than Diddy's last family reunion. We're diving into this bombshell moment where the judge looked at Diddy's entire vibe, criminal history, and court antics and said, nah, bruh, you're not going anywhere. Bail denied. The reasons. From past violence to jailhouse witness, tampering to full-on illegal activity after his homes got raided. This story's got more layers than an onion at a therapy session. And not only that, we got reactions from CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister, Laura Coates, Diddy's legal crew, Cassie's attorney, and even some emotional courtroom tea from Diddy's own kids. So buckle up, because we're going deep into this courtroom chaos, and I've got jokes, commentary, and side eyes ready. So y'all, breaking news. The judge in Sean Diddy Combs' trial just stood up in that courtroom and said, no bail, sit down, stay down. I mean shockwaves, earthquake. This came right after the jury convicted him on 2 lesser charges, but acquitted him on the 3 biggest life sentence level charges. You think he'd catch a break, but nah. The judge saw right through that. Now over to Elizabeth Wagmeister standing outside court looking like she's reporting from the season finale of a crime drama. She's there with Laura Coates and they're breaking it all down for us. Laura hit us with the we don't have the full why yet. But the tea is steeping, baby. She's hinting that the prosecution still plans to push for real deal jail time, like up to 10 years behind bars for each charge. That's the ceiling though, not guaranteed. But based on Diddy's long rap sheet, and I ain't talking Billboard charts, the judge clearly feels like this man is not to be trusted with bail. And guess what? The judge straight up said that no release condition, not snatching his passport, not banning him from jets, not keeping him in one zip code, none of it was enough. The judge said Diddy's a threat, period. Then Elizabeth reminds us of Cassie Ventura's lawyer stepping in with a letter just hours before the hearing saying Diddy's a danger to her and to society. That's when my jaw dropped. I was like, ooh, they came prepared today. Let's not forget, before this trial even started, Diddy's team tried for bail 3 different times and got curved by 3 different judges. It's like the universe told him, stay put. And the prosecution? They were out here telling the court Diddy was allegedly bribing inmates to let him use their phones so he could manipulate witnesses from jail. Like, sir, you don't even respect the rules inside jail. The judge probably looked at that like, if he's this bold in jail, what's he gonna do outside? Now, CNN's Jake got into it, quoting the judge who basically said, I denied bail before and see no reason to flip that decision now. Consistency. And here's the kicker. During the trial, Diddy's own defense admitted to his violent behavior toward past girlfriends, including Cassie and another woman they called Jane Doe. They tried to play it off like, yeah, he hit her, but it was just domestic. The judge didn't bite. You show a video of him in full Hulk mode in that intercontinental hallway and you expect leniency? Yeah, okay. And y'all, I just gotta say, when the judge quotes your own lawyer back to you to justify locking you up, that's savage. Now remember, the big 3 charges, trafficking, racketeering, not guilty. But he was found guilty of flying his exes around the country and allegedly hiring male workers for wild days-long parties called F-off events. That's what the conviction was for. Transporting across state lines for prostitution under the Mann Act. The Mann Act is old school, like 1910 vintage, and it still packs a punch. Elizabeth also brought in a little heart-tugging moment. She talked to Cassie's lawyer, who said Cassie's proud of herself. She was 8 months pregnant, still took the stand, gave her story, then gave birth after her testimony. And now, she's focusing on healing, therapy, and family. Props to her. That woman went through it. But let's get back to the judge. Because he wasn't done. He pointed out that Diddy's violence and illegal activity continued even after the FBI raided his homes. Like, bro, you knew you were under investigation and you still allegedly acted out. That's wild behavior. Joey Jackson, CNN legal analyst, chimed in with a breakdown of the law, saying it's rare but not unheard of to deny bail under these circumstances. He made a point that Diddy's facing sentencing now under a totally different set of facts than before. His legal guidelines might only give him 21 to 27 months, just over 2 years, and he's already done about 10 months. So some might ask, why not just let him out now? But the judge? He clearly ain't playing those games. Also, Diddy's kids were in court for the verdict. Christian Combs, Justin Combs, Chance Combs, and Quincy Brown, they were there. Christian said the first thing he wanted to do was hug his pops. That was sweet, but let's be honest, it's gotta be emotional for all of them. These kids were seeing their dad get cleared on some charges, and then boom, still stuck in jail. That emotional roller coaster must have been something else. But even though they could not get to hold their father right away, they were happy, tears of joy, and they were clapping for him because he didn't get charged for the big stuff. The defense team saw this as a massive win. Even though there was no bail for Sean Diddy Combs after conviction, they came outside of the courtroom and were talking to the press. They said they had a massive success in this court case, and they had a lot of gratitude towards Sean for having the opportunity to represent him in court. I know some people ain't gonna like the sound of that because they wanted him to be charged for everything. But as you know, what happens. All we can do is just move on. And remember, this is not over. There will be things still happening in the future. Now, let's not forget, he still faces up to 20 years in prison. That sentencing date is still pending. But wherever that courtroom is, you already know we'll be watching like it's a live award show. Y'all still with me? This case is doing gymnastics with my brain, and the judge just did a full mic drop with that bail denial. The courtroom energy right now, chaotic, spicy, joyful, and historic. Diddy might have dodged the most serious charges, but baby, he ain't out the woods yet. This bail denial says loud and clear, the court is not about to let this man stroll around free until he's sentenced. And with allegations of witness tampering, past violence, and post-raid misconduct. Judge said, nope. You're too hot to handle? Stay seated. Listen, I am flabbergasted, flustered, and fabulous while trying to process all this. This judge looked at Diddy like he was a Marvel villain and said, I've read your origin story. You're staying locked up. The fact that Diddy's own legal team admitted his violence and still thought bail was on the table. Baby, bold is an understatement. Cassie's attorney came through like a protective shield, and that let her hit the courtroom like a wrecking ball. The irony is Diddy's acquitted of the most serious charges and still ends up with no bail. This trial feels like a movie franchise, and we're only in part 3. I'll be here for part 4 when sentencing day hits. Grab your popcorn. Y'all let me know in the comments, was this fair? Should he have been granted bail, or did the judge do the right thing? This has been Extra Hot Topic, where we don't play with facts, but we do play with the delivery. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want the courtroom drama without the courtroom stress. Hit that bell too, because when the sentencing drops, I'll be back faster than Diddy's legal team files another appeal.